Robert, 51 years old.
I'm Alexis Avon.
My name's Robert Kirk.
My name's Lee.
My name is Sharon Eastep.
My name is Dante Herring.
A lot of people, these people don't have hope, you know. I mean, you have to find hope first. You got to pull yourself up out of it. It's hard. It's hard to pull yourself out of stuff like that. You know, every day doing stuff, you know, the same things. You get stuck in it. But people can change if they want.
Green shirts help. They help you put food on your stomach. They help you if you need anything like clothes or take a shower and all that. They help you with that.
Churches. There's the one on Bream down here by Williams Children's. They help me get a shower, get clothes, eat food there. They help with a lot.
People donate us food or Bream's Church.
Hi, I'm Ken Haynes from Manamill. I'm 28 years old, and I'm the donation coordinator at Manamill. At Manamill, we serve breakfast and lunch. We do breakfast from 7 to 9, and we do lunch from 11 to 1 o'clock. If you ever need to come by and for a meal, you can always come by Garnet High School, the old Garnet High School. And also, we give our lunches on the west side by Save a Lot from 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And at Manamill, we're a soup kitchen, and also we have a food pantry there, and we serve about 200 to 250 people a day, and it's just been a blessing to be there to give back to my community. If you ever need to come by, it's at the St. John Episcopal Church at 1105 Courier Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We start at 7 and we close down at 1 o'clock. And you can always come by. We do our food pantry from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And you can get a snack bag, food pantry. We carry meats, canned foods, and sometimes we can give out fresh produce too. Similarities is just most people just a bad time battling their luck, coming from out of town trying to find a job or trying to find a place to stay. But a lot of our diners do have mental health issues, and that's why we try to give them grace and show patience so we can give them the best.
My name is Teresa Robinson. I am a school psychologist in Kanawha County in the state of West Virginia, in Charleston, West Virginia. Currently, I am working in middle schools and the high schools. I am a certified school psychologist in grades K through 12. Students do not need insurance to receive services through the school system. Any child in Kanawha County attending the school can receive free services that we offer. Students periodically, there's really no set schedule. It just depends on what type of services that they may be eligible for. I do a lot of evaluations, and sometimes that means only seeing a student one time. But if a student were to receive counseling service, that may be once a month, once a week, every other week, it can vary. What's the process to receive special educational services in Kanawha County is to start what we call a student assistance team. A teacher or a parent can refer the student that they feel is having maybe a learning problem or maybe even a psychological problem. We start with that, and then if the parent wants to move forward with an evaluation, they will give us permission to do so. And then that's when the testing will start. I do psychological testing for behavioral and intellectual testing, and we also do academic testing to determine if there is a disability and the student will qualify for the services. Student may come to me for therapy. That can be through the IEP. The team can determine that and we can discuss it, or a parent may request that I see a student, so it can happen that way. Those are two ways that a student can receive therapy. Things I like to do for self-care: I like to watch movies, binge Netflix. I like to watch things that I can laugh at. I'm a big exercise person too. I love walking outside because walking is therapeutic, and you get sunlight. The vitamin D can improve your mood. So spending time with family, those are some of the things that I enjoy. As school psychologists, we are here for the students, and it's absolutely free, a free service. So if anyone, as a parent, you feel like your student needs some help, please do not hesitate to contact us and let us know. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chris Price.
President, Mountain Care Network. We are a community-based mental health provider here in Charleston, West Virginia. We have offices in Charleston at 1206 Courier Street. We have an office in Dunbar, 1 Dunbar Plaza. We also have offices in Southern West Virginia, one in Logan on Dingus Street, and another office in Boone County in Madison on State Street. As a licensed behavioral health center, what we do is we help individuals, families, kids, parents reach their goals. We help a lot with the SUD community. We help a lot of kiddos in schools, parents with PCIT therapy and different forms of therapy to help better interact and parent kids. We also provide a number of services to our folks, our vulnerable populations. So individuals that are unsheltered or folks dealing with trauma. We're very proud of the work that we're doing in both of those areas, specifically with case management services and supportive counseling. It's all about making sure that we're consistent and that we're trustworthy and that we can help folks when they need us the most. Myself, I go to therapy. I think therapy is important. I also am a proponent of Black mental health. I think a lot of times it is always a mind over matter, right? Like when I can remember growing up and it was always like, well, you feel kind of that pit in your stomach or you get sweaty palms and everybody's like, oh, it's mind over matter. But sometimes it's not that simple. And I think it's important for Black men specifically to understand, like, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have problems and to talk those problems out. And so for me, I'm a big proponent of therapy, but not just for any specific population, for everyone, right? It's an opportunity to get stuff off your chest and to get a neutral response on ways that we can all maybe be a little bit better.
Okay, mental health is at an all-time high. So people are freely talking about going to therapy, loving themselves, taking care of themselves. What do you do when you're feeling down?
I love to walk. Well, when I'm feeling down, I love to walk. I have I've got two amazing boys and I've got an amazing wife. I spend a lot of time with them. And I know that's stressful sometimes, spending time with kids and family, right? Because, that brings its own sorts of stressors, right? But I try to, when I'm with them, be in the moment and cherish and be grateful for the time that I do have with them. So some of that may be going for a walk as a family. Some of that may be just sitting on the couch watching TV, whatever that looks.
All right, well, hello everyone. My name is Dr. Jerica Wesley. I'm a licensed professional counselor here in West Virginia, and I'm with Restored Wellness West Virginia. So I consider myself to be a strengths-based counselor. I worked for about 4 years in the school system as an elementary school counselor and have also worked in a variety of different settings. But that idea or notion of being a strengths-based counselor has not left me. But I do work to provide more holistic offerings just to incorporate the emotional, occupational, physical, social, intellectual, and spiritual parts of folks, because when those things are off balance or we prioritize them in a way that's not in alignment with our goals, that tends to cause us a lot more of emotional difficulty. So strengths-based, wellness-based, and I incorporate dialectical behavior therapy and CBT involved in my sessions too. The first session is kind of when we just get to know each other. So there's kind of some questions that we go through so that we can build a treatment plan to figure out where we're going to go during our time. So that session is between 60 and 90 minutes. Following sessions are between 50 and 60 minutes. I'm primarily trained as a grief counselor. A lot of my interest in area of specialty revolves around grief and supporting those who are seeking to build their family. So individuals who've had experience with infertility, reproductive loss, miscarriage, stillbirth, and abortion. those are the families and the situations that I find myself really gravitating toward, and where I've spent a lot of time in training to build my professional practice. But outside of that, I do work to support individuals who are navigating depression, anxiety, and just the stressors of life and adulting. So I'm more well-rounded in that aspect. Just a conversation. We are sitting in an environment, whether we're in person. My practice has an office that's in person, and I do offer telehealth as well. So it just looks like us having a conversation. But with therapy, it's not so much just chatting like with our friends. It's more pointed at what issues or concerns are most pressing. So even with that, we only go where you are most comfortable with going. So usually it's in the beginning, we're working to build on coping practices that are helpful for you so that we can get to those other areas that are causing you more distress, so you have a little bit more resources or bandwidth to tolerate some of those more difficult or challenging things as we go on. If I had a final word, you know, if you're interested in counseling or connecting with someone, it's important to really vet the provider and explore what qualities or characteristics would be most important to you, whether a male, female, whether they would be a person of color, or if there's a specific faith or orientation that would be helpful, because it's all about the fit. And just as we vet other providers, our medical providers and things like that, it's important when we're doing the important mental and emotional work that we consider the provider and even the training. So those would be a few takeaways. Consider the provider, if there's any important characteristics, and just connect with individuals to explore, you know, who would be or who could be a good fit for you. My practice is in Dunbar. It's at 600 Westmoreland Office Park, Dunbar, West Virginia, 25064. I can be reached at 681-222-0741, and I can be found on all social media platforms by looking for Restored Wellness WV.